All right. Did everybody get enough rest?
Let's get moving. Nazamil is waiting for us.
Let's show her she has friends who care about her.
And put an end to this chaos once and for all.
That's right. Then we can have a tasty meal together.
I guess that means I'll have to put all of my cooking skills to work, then.
It's time. We're bringing her back, no matter what.
Dun-dun.
We need to avoid provoking those masked guys.
Yeah. Imagine if they all swarmed us at once.
Hey, quit it!
Like that time Stephen Hasty took away a graduate's radio, and a burglar's camera, and an astronaut's burrito, and an astronaut's beans. That astronaut had a number done to him, apparently. I'll tell you what. Alrighty then. So we got some shenanigans. I don't think it's where we want to go to advance the plot, and it's kind of looking like it may be kind of like an endgame deal, but you never know. There's still some other shenanigans, however. I'm sorry. Not that again. Get sick of this I'm sorry business, sir. You're not sorry about anything. You perverts. You're all perverts. Every last one of you. Especially the dude on the floor. He's the biggest pervert I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen Rien Schwarzer, by God. Nobody says anything. Just like, I'm sorry, whatever. Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, you know how we do. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, man. Alright, good times. Whee! Alright, well, what are we doing here? Alright, we're going to, ba-ba-ba! We're going to Basin. Apparently there's a gold quest there. Pretty exciting. New headlines. Typhoon rips through cemetery. Hundreds dead! High school dropouts cut in half. Something went wrong in Jack Crash experts say. That is still my favorite. You think? Police begin campaign to run down jaywalkers. Couple slain. Police suspect homicide. Obesity study looks for larger test group. Astronaut takes plane for gas in spacecraft. Lancer does not. There's a next quest here.
All right. Let's get back to gathering info on wedding ceremonies.
Not this again.
Grinwell looked into flowers, right?
We're back to the wedding ceremony thing, apparently.
So what's next on the docket?
I'm thinking food should be next. The food at Kagari's wedding was really amazing. I still remember it.
That's so. Hey, didn't I hear something real similar from Shion? Oh, that was close. I almost let something slip.
Uh-oh.
I don't know anything about that. I just have an interest in wedding foods.
Foods.
What should be served, how it should be prepared, stuff like that. I just want to learn.
Who's ready to learn?
True, you can't just serve anything you want that tastes good. If you served hot dogs at a wedding, people would riot.
I bet Zell would like it.
Yeah. Wedding food should be a treat for the guests. So I'm sure Danins and Renins will each prefer different things.
Let's start by looking into the Renin side.
Personally, if I was getting married, I'd want curry at my wedding. And tacos. And pizza. Yeah!
Yeah, I agree. We can begin by asking Dohalim.
Ah, sorry. Dohalim's on Shion distraction duty. I'm doing my best to keep her in the dark, too, so we've got to be sure she doesn't overhear us.
I see. In that case, maybe Dohalim's friends Avakir and Faria can help us out.
Ah, those two that were on Lenegus. They're over in Pelagian now, right? Yeah, that's a good place to start. Let's go see them and see what they have to say.
Shion's diary has been added. I mean, updated. Since it was already added. Something went wrong in Jet Crack at first. A feast of blessings.
Dinner at a wedding reception. What would you pick for the menu, Law?
I'd want a bunch of tasty meat. Just pile my plate with meat, and I'll be happy as a clam.
I should have known you'd say that. And I imagine you're not the only one who feels that way.
Right? But since it's a fancy shindig, I guess you probably need some fancy food, too.
True. I hope Avakir and Faria can give me some good suggestions.
I would say curry would be considered pretty fancy, right? Yes, no, maybe? Alright. So we want to go to Avakir and talk to Avakir and Faria. Which is a fun time in the Mushroom Kingdom, if you ask me. But again... Alright, we finished this one. So we can kinda, you know, cash that in.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
A little stand-up adventure.
I know it's sudden, but Dohalim's busy, so we were hoping the two of you could tell us a bit about Renin customs.
I'm surprised you'd come to us, but we'd be happy to help out a friend of Doe's.
Doe's.
Huh. I didn't know weddings were popular here. They're a custom that goes way back on Rena.
What kind of food do you serve at Renin weddings?
Let's see. For the guests... Oh, you've got to have a huge cake.
I mean, a wedding cake, obviously.
The bride and groom cut the cake together in front of all the guests, then feed each other a slice.
They feed each other? I'd be too embarrassed to do something like that.
Wait, Alphen, are you asking about weddings to prepare for your own? In that case, you've got to make sure your partner has a say. But I guess that would be tough if you want to make it a surprise.
No. I'm just curious, so I'm doing some research. I'm not keeping this a secret because I want to surprise someone. I'm just not familiar with the customs and want to learn.
I see. Seeking knowledge on subjects out of your wheelhouse is a noble pursuit.
You've taught us a lot. Thanks, Avakir. Thanks, Faria.
Now that we've learned about Renin customs, why don't we ask someone about the Danin ones?
Sure, but who should we ask? I guess we could start by going to see Doc.
Doc!
Sounds like a plan. Let's head to Uzlebek.
Doc style. Doc Martin.
Does
even.
Doc's knowledge include weddings and food and stuff like that, too?
I'm not sure. But the more I think about it, I suppose those aren't really his areas of expertise. I guess I might have a bad habit of turning to Doc whenever I have a problem.
You must really trust him. It's good to have someone like that when you're lost or confused. and he clearly doesn't mind.
Doesn't mind. I heard Stephen Hasty doesn't mind. Alright. Duels are back. Da, 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 da. He most certainly would not.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
I'd bring my own beans. What's going on here? The masked guys were gone before I could get rid of them, but I won't let them through this time. Oh yeah? Some strange people forced this guy to wear a mask, and now he's become lifeless. He keeps repeating things I don't understand. Hey you, get a grip! Hey you. Hey you, even. I thought it would make you happy. Oh boy. Now we're back to that again. We're back to that again. No matter what I say, he just repeats the same thing. The mask won't come off, so what can I do? I'm sorry. Oh boy. Oh, someone was close to putting one on me. If they had, I would have lost my identity by now. How much would that suck? They go wild and calm down erratically. If we can't communicate with them, what are we supposed to do? Come on, someone say something. I'm sorry. Jumping in the pool! Yay! How you doing?
Hey, Doc. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Weddings? I don't even know what that is, let alone what kind of food you should serve.
He doesn't know what a wedding is. What?
Calaglio was poor, and we couldn't even afford to think about stuff like that when we were slaves.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I've heard of weddings. There's ceremonies for people that are getting married, right?
Married, you say? Alphen, you thinking of settling down?
It's more that I haven't thought about it enough, so I want to prepare a little for when the time comes.
I was all prepared to take a parental role and give you my blessing, but you're not tying the knot? You know, Alphen, you really haven't changed at all.
Maybe not. There's still a lot I don't know. So much I have to learn.
So if Doc doesn't know anything, what now? I can't think of anyone else who might know about weddings.
Do you know anyone who's done that marriage ceremony? If you do, maybe you could ask them.
Oh, right! We do know one couple.
Kagari and Notio. Of course, why didn't I think of asking them? We attended their wedding, and theirs is the one that set off this whole wedding craze to begin with. They're the perfect pair for us to talk to.
Then our next destination is set. I'm sure they'll have all kinds of useful information.
Seems like everything's settled here then.
Good luck, Alphen!
Fiona's diary has been... Oh yeah, we forgot to look at that. I knew I forgot something.
Next, we should go to Kagari and Notio's place. Let's head to Thistleum.
They sure get along well. Like they're in their own little world together.
Well, they're married. So that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, for them. But it's hard to know how to respond when they're acting like that.
One time when a coach lost a game and he went to an office with some reporters and stuff, when he started yelling and stuff, when he threw a bunch of milk all over and threw a telephone that smacked a news reporter in the head. I'll be excited when it's announced for Steam. Alright, Shion's diary. Law is acting weird. Law told me to give him and Alphen space when they're talking. Apparently they're discussing something really serious and important. Sounds suspicious to me. Very suspicious. A little too suspicious. I swear, Law was grinning more than usual. He must be up to something. He's not good at hiding things. I wish Alphen wasn't mixed up in it, though. He's a bit of a softie, so I'm worried. Maybe I should just keep an eye on things. Hopefully I'm just overthinking things. Seems like Alphen and Doc were having a really deep conversation. Maybe Law wasn't joking about discussing something serious with Alphen, and this is somehow related? But when I tried to ask what they were talking about, Dohalim stopped me, so I never found out. I asked him, do you think Law is planning something? He's acting so strange. But Dohalim's sidestepping the question and said, isn't Law's behavior always a little strange? Law is obviously acting suspicious, and Dohalim is trying to throw me off the trail. Come to think of it, Kasara was acting strange too. And I feel like Alphen and Rinwell kept glancing over at me. Maybe I'm overthinking this, but I feel like everyone except me is involved in some sort of discussion. With a sandwich. I can't help but think, maybe, just maybe, they found out about that. That? I know you're talking about, man. I know you're talking about, man. Alright, to Thistleum.
We finally made it.
Like how it took us right to them. Like literally, standing right in front of them. That's fun.
Oh my, hello. Are you here for Notio? Or did you come to see me?
Both of you, actually. Can we ask you some questions about wedding ceremonies?
Of course. It would be our pleasure. Our wedding ceremony is one of my most important memories with my beloved Kagari. Ask us anything.
What should we talk about first? How about the day I decided to marry my sweet Notio?
Sorry. Maybe we can get to that later. For now, I want to know about the food.
Food style.
See, I'm currently gathering information on food that's served at weddings. What kinds of dishes guests will enjoy, that kind of thing. You two have experience, so I was hoping you could share your insights.
Of course. We'd be happy to. Our ceremony was very simple, but we did it our way.
We didn't worry too much about Danon or Renan traditions. We decided to do whatever made us happy.
It's the thought that counts, after all.
I heard Stephen Hasty does what makes him happy.
I think you should prepare whatever the couple wants to eat, or something they want their guests to eat.
The thought that counts. Taking care of your guests, you mean? Thank you. That's helpful.
The thought that counts.
Oh, and we prepared dishes with ingredients that are said to be auspicious.
Since everyone came all the way just for us, we wanted our guests to feel happy too.
Everyone who attended seemed to enjoy it, so I recommend doing the same.
But gathering everything was quite an ordeal. Remember, Notio? We were only able to serve what we did through sheer luck.
Luck style.
What do you mean by sheer luck?
The merchant we talked to said it was a miracle he got everything, and that he'd never be able to manage it again.
That's too bad.
Wow, it's that much trouble. And it may be tough to procure those kinds of ingredients. If that's the case, we should try to gather everything ourselves and see what we can do.
You want to gather things now? Even though you're not getting married yet?
Yeah, I want to make sure I know how to get what I need. I want all my bases covered.
Okay. You sure put your all into things you're serious about, huh, Alphen?
I appreciate your help, Law. So, what kinds of auspicious ingredients should we go after?
Sea bream is a high-class fish with an elegant taste, so it's often seen in celebratory meals in Thistleum.
We got plenty of sea breams, so that's no problem.
They also said something about lemons bringing good luck. I don't know why, but they said it'll keep you from catching a cold.
Lemon.
Where I'm from, We eat rat pig meat on special occasions. It's supposed to be good for your health.
Yeah, we already got all of that.
Sounds like certain ingredients carry special meaning. We'll see what we can scrounge up. Oh, wait. I already have the ingredients you just mentioned.
Speeds that along. And up with the food.
This is what we were after, right?
After style.
You've already got some auspicious ingredients. And I went on and on about how hard it'd be to get them. Seems I was wasting my breath.
It definitely wasn't easy.
Okay. I think we got a handle on how to gather what we need. We should be able to lend a hand next time someone's having a ceremony.
I hear that Stephen Hasty character is having a ceremony.
I also know what to do to prepare for my own wedding. Yeah, if I ever have one, I mean.
How about that? I think we got some good info.
If you're doing all this to prepare for your own wedding, you should fully understand what your partner wants before planning the menu.
Lancer hates him.
What my partner wants.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be nosy.
It's not like that, Kagari. But people keep telling me the same thing. To take my partner's wishes into consideration. But I'm still just doing research, so I don't really understand what that means.
So you're doing research to understand what you want for yourself. I think that's wonderful too.
Some people are satisfied as long as they end up married and don't do any planning at all. Those kinds of people are the worst.
They really are the worst. Hate those people. They suck.
Yeah, that was a close one.
We got some great advice. So I think that should about do it for our culinary investigation.
I feel like there was some other auspicious food, but I can't recall what it was.
What? There's more?
I'm sorry, but I'm sure there was some delicious and auspicious food that both Renans and Ganons enjoy. It was the hardest one to get our hands on. Someone knowledgeable about gourmet should know what it is.
Gourmet? Oh, well, we know who that is.
Well, now that's got me curious. We've already come this far. We should try to gather some ingredients.
Man, I knew you'd say that. But how are we supposed to do that when we don't even know what you want?
Fun fact, that's the burp sound effect from Earthbound. True story.
Ah, maybe that old man will know. You know, the one traveling around in search of fine delicacies?
Gordino. He's definitely the perfect person to ask.
I know, right? Let's go talk to him next.
Thanks for all the help, both of you.
I hope what we shared was useful.
Useful.
I wonder where our old foodie friend is now.
We'll probably run into him if we go somewhere famous for its food, right?
I hope he hasn't collapsed again while searching for his next culinary obsession.
Collapsed
We were
style.
only able to be of any help thanks to you, Kagari. You're the best.
Oh, no, Tio. It's all thanks to you. You're the best.
Guns are the best. I mean, what? I didn't say that. I didn't even come close to saying that. This it.
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Like that time Tom Osborne sent out a fax to get some lotion from a office worker, and then he chopped up a judge's ruler, and then hammered a health worker's waffle meal, and then burnt down a wizard's trophy. We want to go that way. We want to go that way. Excuse me, people. You're all in my way. Do-do-do-do-do-do. There he is. What are you doing over here, sir?
Oh, look who it is. What can I do for you? Got more questions about gastronomy?
Sort of.
An auspicious food for weddings that both Denons and Renans enjoy. I know a few things that fit the bill.
Okay, so are any of them something that, she likes?
Huh? What was that? Speak up!
Well, it's, Shion. I need something Shion likes.
Wow! What are you so angry about? What did I do?
You didn't do anything wrong, Gordino. Shion's name just kinda came to mind. Just leave it at that.
Well, I've got no idea what's going on. But I know just the thing for that young woman who's always hungry.
Oh, come on, just say it already!
Danons love it, Renans love it. That young woman who is always hungry does too. And it's auspicious. Boss Fish checks all the boxes.
Boss Fish.
In the gastronomy world, they say that if you eat a boss fish at a special occasion, your family will be bestowed with safety.
Absolutely not.
I didn't know there were legends like that in gastronomy. But it sounds like Boss Fish is perfect. We'll scrounge some up.
Oh, it won't be that easy. Boss fish are hard to find. However, if you aren't able to pass this test, you won't get my blessing to marry my daughter.
Excuse me?
But who said anything about marrying your daughter? I don't need your blessing.
Obviously, I'm joking. I don't have a daughter, but I've always wanted to say that. At any rate, I'm not kidding about boss fish. Good luck getting your hands on some. You'll need it.
Don't we already have the boss fish he's talking about?
Yep.
Should we give it to him, Alphen?
Yeah.
Gordino, is this what you need?
What's this thing?
Oh, there's no mistaking it. That's a boss fish for sure. It must have been quite the trial to get this.
Not particularly, but you never know.
But hospitality would be meaningless if it were easy, now wouldn't it? You've done well, son.
What's your son?
Okay, I'll allow you to marry her, but I won't forgive you if you make my daughter unhappy.
What the hell are you talking about?
Not this again.
Jokes aside, if you can get your hands on boss fish, then you should be able to get any ingredients you need.
Thanks. I think it's fair to say we've perfectly understood how to gather what we need.
We learned about wedding dishes and how to gather the ingredients. So you must be satisfied now, right, Alphen?
Indeed. I owe you my thanks as well, Law.
If you ever need more advice about the menu for your wedding, don't hesitate to come see your friend Gordino.
Okay.
Regardless, my fabulous recipe deserves a name.
Uh-oh.
Absolutely exquisite! I'm in heaven. Harmonized!
Right.
I hope someday she'll be on board with making the menu too, Alphen. I'm sure she, or your partner, will be happy with anything Gordino cooks.
Something my partner will enjoy. I need to think about that, too.
Something bothering you?
No, it's just... everyone we've talked to has mentioned the same thing. My ultimate goal is to learn more about weddings and marriage. That hasn't changed. But Kagari and Notio said that isn't enough, and that I have to think more about my partner.
Right, that's why we looked into boss fish. Isn't that enough?
Maybe, but I don't know if it counts as taking my partner into consideration. I'll have to give it some more thought.
Keon's diary has been added. Should say updated. 3400 gold, 780 SP. Fun times.
I've learned a lot about ingredients and cooking.
Let me know the next time you're having trouble. I'll be glad to help.
Thanks. I appreciate the offer.
No problem. Leave it all to me.
Leave it all to me. Good times. Staying with Gordino. I ran into the old foodie and he said something confusing. If I had a daughter, she'd be like you. If you ever end up in a different situation and things get rough, you can always come back home. He's been wandering around on a journey, hasn't he? So what does he mean, come back home? And why would I go to him anyway? I have no idea what he was trying to say. Maybe the reason he talked to me like that is because everyone already knows about my secret. Uh-oh. It would be horrible if everyone turned against me for it. If that happens, then maybe going to stay with him isn't a bad option. No, that'd be awful. What is the secret? Secret of mana, even. Good times. Looks like the next step is also here. What? No. What are you doing, man? Dude, I'm trying to go to the map, not the menu. Like, thanks anyway and such. It's at the end. It's at the end. Oh! I think Alphen almost murdered himself. Alphen almost murdered himself. Exercise the demons! Such. So I think the next X-Quest thing is in the end. But I think we'll save that for next time. Gonna go ahead and call it a stream here. Over 33 hours of gameplay, ladies and gentlemen. So, thanks everyone for stopping by. Gonna go make me a pizza. And I shall see you all next time. That's it.